We're visiting the country of Denmark in this episode. More specifically, we're taking a look at 10 surprising and interesting facts about Denmark. And yes, we're finally adding this as part of our new 10 Facts episode series. Hey guys, my name is Leroy Kenton and you're watching FTD Facts. Now before we jump into the facts, I got a question for you guys. What comes to mind first when you think of Denmark? Sound off down below. And yeah, just letting you know guys, I'm a little bit sick right now. Like I woke up and I have like the most red eye that you could ever imagine. But yeah, I couldn't leave you guys without an episode, so here we go. Let's start off with some basic facts about Denmark. At the time of filming this episode, the population of Denmark is 5,782,934 people. Denmark ranks number 115 on the list of countries by population, and the total land area of the country is 42,430 square kilometers or 16,382 square miles. And the population density of Denmark is 137 people per square kilometers, which is 354 people per square mile. And keep in mind, a good portion of Denmark's size of its land can't accurately be calculated because of the tides that erode the islands away. Greenland is also the world's largest island, and assuming Australia is a continent, it has a total land area of 2,175,600 square kilometers, and about 80% of Greenland is covered by a huge ice sheet up to 2 miles or 3 kilometers thick. And no, I didn't make a mistake of switching to talk about Greenland when we were talking about Denmark, because since the year 1953 it has been declared a part of the territory of the Kingdom of Denmark. So there you go, Greenland is also a part of Denmark. Now Denmark is also a very beautiful place, and even though it's a very flat country with an average elevation of 34 meters above sea level, it is the 4th country in the world to be at the average lowest elevation, next to Qatar and the Netherlands. Also, another thing to note is that it has a high point though, and that is the monarchy, and it has a height of 170.85 meters, which works out to be 561 feet. This place was recognized in 2005, and this area is marked with a millstone, which is the remains of an old mill that once used to be there up until the year 1917. Now the mill had 8 sides and it had an onion-shaped roof. Now I want to get into the economy of Denmark. It currently has the 38th largest export economy in the entire world, with a total of $83.2 billion of exports. And this country is also ranked 38th with a pretty balanced import and export ratio. Its imports equal $84.4 billion. Of these exports, 10.8% are packaged medicaments, with most of them going to the United States, followed by Germany and Sweden. And its top imports are cars at 5.27%, and 2.99% go to refined petroleum. However, one export we should mention is pig meat, which is 3.4%. In Denmark, there are more pigs than people. It's estimated that there are between 24 million and 28 million pigs for a population of 5.7 million people in Denmark. Now, why are there so many pigs in Denmark? Well, the reason for this is because Denmark is one of the leading exporters of pork in the entire world, and the country is home to 5,000 pig farms. And as for the manure they produce, they say that they can fill 90,000 swimming pools with it every single year. Now, another interesting fact about Denmark, and one of the most important things actually about Denmark, is its monarchy. The Danish monarchy is the oldest continuing monarchy in the entire world, and it has existed for over 1,000 years. The line of kings of the modern Kingdom of Denmark can be traced back to Harthacnut, father of Gorm the Old, who reigned in the early 10th century. Denmark also has the oldest continuous flag in the world. Now, this design of the flag actually came about in the year 1625, when the red flag with the white cross, known as the Dannebrog or Danish cloth, was officially adopted. However, many kings of Denmark used this red color with the cross over it as early as 1307, where it was thought to have been developed after the Battle of Lindenies in 1219. On top of that, Denmark also holds a Guinness World Record for Europe's and the world's oldest continuous flag. Only 2 facts remaining, and for fact number 2, you know, countries being represented by animals has become a lot more common these days, and Denmark is a country that doesn't have one, but it has 2 national animals. And these 2 are the mute swan, which has been the national bird since 1984, replacing the skylark, and also the small tortoiseshell butterfly. And the final fact I want to share with you guys about Denmark is, with its unique history, it has 13 World Heritage Sites, with 8 of them being UNESCO zones. Now, the first one of them was the Jelling Mounds runic stones, and church. And one of these stones was erected by Gorm the Old for his wife. And many people think of this as the beginning of Denmark as a nation. And although they were inscribed in the year 1994, UNESCO officials have decided to put these in an indoor facility to keep them from erosion. Alright guys, so that was your brief look into the country of Denmark. This country has a very great and interesting and very important history, especially when it comes to the formation of Europe as we know it today. Denmark is a place where people continue to strive for a high quality of life, and they have a lot to be proud of themselves for. So as always, share your thoughts and comments down below about anything that I mentioned in this episode or any other additional things that you want to share with us. Also, if you want to see a part 2, sound off and let me know down below as well. If you enjoyed this video about Denmark, here's another related one that I highly recommend. And also, if you want to keep up with me on social media, those links are below in the video description section. And while you're at that, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified of our daily episodes here on FTD Facts. Okay guys, I'll see you real soon.